detectives' names or the deputies' names that was on the scene?
No. The picture that the picture has one of them on it that was actually in the room. And they claim the picture is Photoshop. That's what they're saying. So that's what they're saying about the picture.
You said that one of the officers in the photo was in the room. Now that's
Yeah.
something to that's
He was one of us.
contemplate. Okay. All right, let's get right into it. What you just saw is the father of Javion Magee, Mr. Corey Magee. As you know, we took the time to interview him yesterday, and there was something that stuck out. Well, there was a lot of things that stuck out. If you have not watched that interview, go back and watch it here on Taylor House Publishing. But something that stuck out to me, and if you listen to what he just said, he said there, one of the officers that were in the picture, and we all know the picture that we've been analyzing for the past month. And if you don't know that picture, here it is. He said one of the officers in the picture was in the room with he and Javion's family when they were looking at the photos, the tape, and going over the evidence with Sheriff Brain and his team of minions, I'd say. And he said that one of the officers that were in that picture was in the office with him. But he also said something. If you heard him, he said, and that officer looked like us. Or he looked like one of us. Or he was a brother. Now, we have been going back and forth, comparing photos, shedding light on who we think it was, who the head shape is, what the beards look like, what the hairline looks like, what the frame looked like. But due to some conversations and some residents or a resident from Henderson, North Carolina, the three individuals have been positively identified. That's right. We now know the name of one of them, but we also know the other two officers are Vance County Sheriff officers or Henderson Police or even Franklin County Police, but they're definitely police. So I'm going to go ahead and get into how we know this. But first of all, once again, we got to give honor to God and the Most High. We also, once again, have to thank everyone who's sharing these videos, watching these videos, liking these videos, that has subscribed to the channel, that has sent in information, clues, emails, pictures, theories, questions, answers, and the like. We definitely appreciate you. You see, the family was very appreciative too. You actually talked to Javion's other parents today, and once again, they were very appreciative of you guys as well. So definitely don't want to leave you guys out, but most importantly, we don't want to leave the family of Javion out. We once again continue to offer our deep, heartfelt condolences, expressions of love, concern, passion, discernment, investigative skill. All of those things must continue on, because as we know, the investigation is still ongoing. And so because it is ongoing, I really feel that because we are keeping a light on this situation, that's why I decided to revisit it and revamp or revise or revive the fervor, because I feel that the only reason why they are not closing the case is because we're putting so much light on all of the inconsistencies. And today's video is going to also shed more light on the inconsistencies. So we're going to take this quick break for the commercial break, and then I'm going to get right back into it. Peace and blessings.
From local stories to Wayne County news, get ready to dive into everything happening in North Carolina with Taylor House Publishing. Got a story to share? Shoot us an email at taylorpublishinghouse@gmail.com. If you're looking to publish your book or need some top-notch mentorship, we've got your back. Join the excitement with the one and only Richard Taylor, right here at Taylor House Publishing. Speak with Richard directly at 919-587-7782. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and invite your family and friends to watch.
From Wayne County to the Carolina coast, Taylor House brings the news you love most. Tune in on YouTube, don't miss a beat. Local stories that keep you on your feet.
Taylor House, we got the school.
Taylor House Publishing.
All right, so I spoke to a resident at length today, and this resident, he lives less than a mile away from the Shell station. Now, everyone knows the Shell station is the gas station across the T&R's lot, T&R's trailer and truck repair, where Javion Magee was unfortunately found. A lot of people have credited that photo as a still photo from the camera system at the Shell gas station. Once again, that has not been verified. However, a lot of people seem to think that. Now, after speaking with this gentleman, I received some information about the actual day that it happened. Now, it was confirmed that Mr. Quentin Bullock, now not the first one that we showed, as he resembled the now known officer, and I'm going to release that officer's name right now in a few minutes, as he resembled the black man who was in the third picture. Now, the Quentin Bullock, who we did another story on, I think it was the real Quentin Bullock who found him. That Quentin Bullock was said to, after he was cutting the grass, it was confirmed that yes, he was cutting the grass, and he did stumble on the body of our dear brother Javion. Now, it was said by, the man that after he found the body, he ran over to the store and, told several people at the store, including this man, that, man, I just found a body over there, man. And he was hyped, I guess, he doesn't find, well, I don't think anybody finds bodies, especially in that manner. So he ran over to the store and he told, the man, look, man, yeah, man, it's a body over there. I found a body, man. And, I went and told the man, and, I got up out of there. Right. I got up out of there. And so, it was told that, he found the body, reported the body, and broke out, got scarce, as we say, Audi 5000, he hit the bricks, whatever you want to say. That's what he did. So now, speaking to the man who stays close by, he tells me, well, yeah. So now, everybody's alerted about the situation. And the man tells me that, while they were watching the scene, and the scene was wrapped up very quickly, as we well know. That's why there's no investigation. There's no, analyzing of anything. The man told me that there was only one sheriff car at the lot when Javion was found. Only one sheriff car. at the lot when Javion was found. And then there was only an ambulance at the scene. One sheriff car that was all dispatched to that scene. And as I talked to the man, and he said, well, they wasn't over there for that long. Soon after the ambulance came and, got our brother, our dear brother, then, they left. There wasn't any tape. There wasn't any combing of the area, as we see, because you see, I went out there and found 2 strands of rope. So that is why all of those questions that you guys have been asking for the past month, that is why there's no answers to them. Why didn't they do this? Why they didn't do that? Why they didn't do this? Because they didn't do anything. Not even put up crime scene tape. A lady called me yesterday and said, why was there no crime scene tape? And I'm like, well, they don't keep the crime scene tape anyway up, for even a day. Like after they secure the crime scene, they take the tape down. So everybody was asking what, even when I went up there, which was that Monday, 5 days after, like there would not still be crime tape. So that's what I want people to understand. Like they take the crime tape, if they put some up there, they take it down as soon as, everybody leaves from the scene. However, there was no crime tape ever put up, around our brother. There was no investigation. There was no combing the scenes. They picked up the body. One sheriff car was there. They did their quote unquote investigation and ruled as they have ruled thus far. Now, here is where we identify the 3 men that was in that picture. And I'm just going to say it from the night before, because we see that it is a dark picture. It is the dark picture. And we see our brother sitting in the reflection of the car amongst the 3 officers. 2 of them seem to be Caucasian. One of them has a large build. The one in the middle has a little spiky haircut. And then the one on the left, from all intents and purposes, seems to be an African American, or an African if you want to be technical. But that's neither here nor there, right? And so the man told me that morning, the 2 officers, the ones on the right, the 2 Caucasian ones, the one with the beard and the one with the little spiky haircut, as it seems to me, they came in the store asking if Javion had bought some wraps from that store. The same 2 officers who is in that picture from the night before, after the body was quote unquote found, in the morning they come to the store and ask, is that the store, or is this the store that our brother bought the wraps from? And it was, I guess the man, he said that, nobody would confirm or deny that Javion bought the wraps from there. Maybe nobody wanted to talk to police, as, why would they? Because they're not investigating anything. But nevertheless, those 2 police officers walked, and they were identified as police officers. It has been said to me, and I have no reason not to believe it, that those were the same officers who came to the store. And according to the man, he said, well, they were probably the first on the scene, and they was wondering, where did he get the wrapper from, because they had forgot to get it the night before. which we could all agree that that picture was taken at nighttime. And that is why you probably see only one sheriff car dispatched, because they all knew what had already happened. You know, everybody in the town knew what already happened. Everybody in the sheriff's office knew what already happened, right? And so now let's get to the guy who we know the name of. Now, the man told me that later on in the day, around the evening, that the black man in the picture came back to the store asking about the video footage. Now, the man told me that this officer, I think he was invited to the back, and, you know, maybe he got the footage, or he was able to view the footage. According to the man, he thinks that the footage has been taken from the store. Now, on a side note, no, I'm not going to say that, because that still may be an option, and I don't want that option to be negated by saying, you know, what other things that are happening behind the scenes. Nevertheless, this officer was identified as an Officer Terry. An Officer Terry, right? And a few weeks ago, you know, I probably can't even find this message. If you know who sent me the message, please send it back to me. A person sent me a picture of another officer who fit the description of the man in the picture. The only thing was he had like a little bit of curlier fro, right? Like he had some good hair, like he had Indian in his family, right? Which everybody in Henderson does. Everybody in America does. But so they said it was Officer Terry, and I thought about the picture that someone sent me, and I believe that they said the same name. And when I look on this sheet right here that you're going to see, the Vance County Sheriff Department, and the last investigator, the bottom one on the bottom totem pole, you tell me what that name says right there. Torrance D. Terry. Torrance D. Terry has been identified as the officer, the black officer, the one all the way to the left in that picture. He has been identified by a person who lives in Henderson. And this person told me about interactions, and this is how I know he's not lying, because he said, yeah, and Captain Gooch, all of them. Now, I didn't know Captain Gooch was a captain, but here we see that name Gooch, and he mentioned some other names. So this Torrance Terry, who is pictured on at the scene, and the lady said it looks like he had something on his head, like I do, you know, a little skull cap. The man said that. You know, he said he looks like he has something on his head, like I do, like a skull cap. And so, looking back at the picture, and we can go back and look at it. It does look like there is a skull cap on, right? Y'all see this picture? It does look like there's a skull cap on. So I want everyone from Henderson and the surrounding counties to find a picture of Investigator Torrance D. Terry. And let's compare him to the individual that we all thought was my brother, Quentin Bullock. And once again, Mr. Bullock, you know, I know you called me the other day. You was kind of amped up. But once again, my apologies. And I'm saying again that, you know, that is not the Quentin Bullock that certainly resembled the guy. But, you know, we've gotten better information. So my brother, you know, once again, my apologies to you and your family. You know, no, I hope it's no hard feelings, but this man has finally been identified. We've been searching needles in the haystacks. We've been overturning stones and bricks and boulders and pebbles and, you know, little graphite sidewalk cement. You know, we looking under every nook and cranny, but it's finally been revealed that this Officer Terry came in to the Shell station looking for the footage. Also, these two men, the two men on the right of the picture, came in asking if Javion bought a cigar from there. So we all know what they say. Criminals return to the scene of the crime, right? And so what I see from their action, it is an obvious attempt to get ahead of what little bit of investigation that there was going to be, if any. And so I want, once again, people to find that picture of Investigator Terry and see if it matches up. Now, once again, I do not know who sent that picture. I'm probably going to have to go through 250 text messages to find that, or, you know, 100 emails to find that picture of the individual that sent me the officer that resembled them. And I didn't bother to look because I think, you know, it was that time we were still kind of in awe that, you know, we could actually see that reflection through the car window. So I didn't care who was in the picture. The fact that there is a picture from nighttime of our brother in the custody of three gentlemen who we presume to be police officers. But he was found the next day unalive. That just blows the hate case wide. It doesn't matter who the three men are. Like, he was there. Somebody saw him in that position that night. So that means he was actually placed in that position to be found by the guy cutting the grass in the morning. Once again, the guy ran over to the store. So I'm imploring you guys to continue to keep pressure, to continue to share these videos. And if anybody knows Officer Terry, you know, make sure that he's aware of the video and what has been said about him. Now, as a disclaimer, these are all alleged. He is alleged to be the man in the picture. It is alleged that he came to the Shell station and asked for the video and possibly obtained the video in an attempt to doctor it. It is alleged that the other two officers came to the store and asked if Javion bought cigars there, right? But once again, let me play this to embed it in your mind what Corey McGee said just yesterday in our interview.
No. The picture that the picture has one of them on it that was actually in the room.
You said that one of the officers in the photo was in the room. Now that's
Yeah.
something to, you know, that's
He was one of us.
context. One of the people who were in the picture was in the room with us, and he was a brother. Here today, an individual tells me that an Officer Terry came in to the store looking for the footage. And Officer Terry is the same man in the picture, except he only has a skull cap. So you guys tell me. Once again, people send out the videos of the pictures of Officer Terry. Keep putting pressure on the sheriff department, calling us to speak to Officer Terry. Call the sheriff and, let this be known as well. We'll receive some information that I still have to fact check about the sheriff. Make sure that to you later on today. But I just wanted to let y'all know that, once again, as the scripture said, there's nothing hidden that will not be revealed. Whatever's in the dark always come to the light. So I really thank y'all. I want y'all to stay vigilant, because as Ephesians 5:11 says, take no part in the works of darkness, rather expose them, because it is a shame to even speak of the things that they do in secret. And so that's what we're doing. We're exposing these things and, making sure that they do not stay a secret. And so 919-587-7782. If you do want to cash at me, Cash App is $RichMoney7777. And as I explained the other day, as I started covering a couple of other stories, I learned something about an incubation period. And my daughter was studying, I think it was science or psychology. And she talked about when you had a problem and you kept working on it and working on it and working on it and working on it, and working on it, and you just couldn't come to the answer. She said the incubation period is when you leave it alone for a few days. And then the answer will start coming in. Because it says your body and your mind processes information subconsciously, even while you're not thinking about the situation. Now, if you know, for the past month, we've been getting sensory overload, information overload. Like I received a call today about something that we discussed 3 weeks ago. And, but I understand that people are just getting wind of the situation. So, of course, I give grace. I gave them grace and, explained the situation for the 50th time. But, I understand and I thank people for being concerned and calling. So don't stop calling. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is sometimes you gotta, when you can't see the way, when you can't see no more, you just gotta put it down. And as the scripture says, stand still. Be still and know that I am God, that God is God. Stand still, he says, and let me fight your battles. So this is what we have to do. Now, let's stay vigilant, though, but sometimes you got to take a step back and say, okay, we've done all that we can do. So let's take a break and let God kind of maneuver in. I got 2 calls today with this information, kind of corroborating the information. So I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for you guys watching, sharing, liking, commenting, questioning, texting, emailing, messaging, encouraging, all of those things, man. I'm really deeply, humbled for the help and for, this movie all over the states. All over the states, people are calling about this Javion case. So that's what we're going to do. Thank everybody else who's sharing the videos and sharing information as well, because now it's game time. We got some information. We got some people. So now it's game time. We don't let it slip under the cracks, man. Because literally, people are around the world are watching us, around the nation are watching us. So we got to keep going. But nevertheless, peace and blessings. Y'all have a blessed day, man. I'm out.
Right here at Taylor House Publishing. Speak with Richard directly at 919-587-7782. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and invite your family and friends to watch.
From Wayne County to the Carolina coast, Taylor House, bring the news you love most. Tune in on YouTube, don't miss a beat. Local stories that keep you in your feet.
Taylor House, we got the scoop.
Taylor House Publishing.